Before we start today's video, check out our merch shop, linked in the description down below. Use code Ahsoka in all caps to get $7 off your order. May the Force be with you, and enjoy the vid.
Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're doing well, and in today's video we are going to be discussing the future of Disney's Star Wars Galaxy Edge and the Disney parks. Not just that, but what it may actually have to do with into reference of the future of a galaxy far, far away on screen, and not just that, in other mediums of course, in video games and other mediums such as comics and novels as well. It's exactly what we're going to be discussing in today's video. It seems that Disney is officially abandoning their Star Wars land timeline strategy of that taking place a part of the sequels or in the post-Return of the Jedi era. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna hop right on into it, kind of break it all down for you guys with everything that we know and everything that we're anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Make sure you hit that notification bell as well to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel almost daily. There is a lot of Star Wars news and stuff going around. It can be a lot to keep track of. It's exactly why we are here. Not just to keep you guys updated with everything, but also break it down for you guys and get a better understanding. As always, I really appreciate all of the support. Okay, so in this video we are going to be taking a quick read from the Direct article as an overall garnering source. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. It should also be taken that I actually haven't ever been to a Disney park, so if Star Wars, Disney, Lucasfilm, if you're watching this, feel free to fly me out. Okay, Disney is officially abandoning their Star Wars land timeline strategy, and I think that this is honestly a very interesting article because this has into reference to do with what we actually might see on screen as well, which we'll get to in just a moment. Let's hash out the actual, what we know. Disney's latest announcement suggests its Star Wars land, this Galaxy Edge, is finally embracing all eras within the Star Wars timeline, something that they haven't really done all that much before. When Star Wars Galaxy's Edge first had opened at Disneyland and Walt Disney World in 2019, the twin 14-acre theme park lands existed strictly in universe and within the sequel trilogy era. They didn't really ever trickle on into the prequels or even into the original trilogy, or any other era for that matter, until now. While Disney relaxed those time-related restrictions in the recent years, with appearances from characters in the likes of The Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and other Disney Plus heroes, the brand now is offering new, may actually shatter the land's timeline for good. Like, kind of having those characters like Boba Fett or The Mandalorian was kind of like alright, because it's something that kind of made sense. It's like that post-Return of the Jedi era, kind of in the sequels, but nothing to do really all that much with the prequels or the original trilogy or any other era in a galaxy far, far away or a part of the Star Wars IP, as I had mentioned before. But now it seems that they're really delving into it more full-fledged, and that they're going to start introducing elements of other Star Wars eras in the Galaxy's Edge and other Disney parks, such as the prequel era, the High Republic era. I think is something that could honestly be really cool, and of course the original trilogy as well. And so in recently sharing new details about Disneyland's annual Season of the Force event, the Disney Parks blog announced a new projection show for Star Wars' Galaxy's Edge titled Shadows of Memory, a Skywalker Saga, something that would cover the entirety of the Skywalker Saga and all of its different many eras. Debuting at Disneyland Park on March 28th, Disney described Shadows of Memory as follows, in quote, "Stunning projection effects transformed the spires of Patu near the Millennium Falcon, evoking memories of some of the greatest moments in galactic history as an iconic musical score comprised of familiar themes heard throughout the films of the Skywalker Saga, drawing the audience into the legendary story of the Skywalkers," ending that quote right there, and something that we actually discussed in a whole separate video here on the channel, something that's actually already out. In addition to that, it was newly released concept art and new promo imaging seemingly showed a moment between Anakin and Padme projected on the land's rocky spires. Not just that, but Disney is also set to introduce a walk-around Luke Skywalker character at Galaxy's Edge, one that seems to be very reminiscent of that post-Return of the Jedi era, very similar to the way that we saw him in the Mandalorian Season 2 finale, maybe. Now, focusing on the Skywalker Saga films, and particularly the Skywalker family, of course, is a huge, since not a singular Skywalker, apart from Rey, if you want to, get into the argument, whatever, has ever actually been featured at Galaxy's Edge until now, actually. I'm going to say that one more time. Not a single Skywalker, apart from Rey, if you want to consider that, whatever, hasn't actually been featured as a walk-around character or really been featured all that much until now at Galaxy's Edge. Of course, I think Kylo Ren is also there. He's technically a Skywalker, but that's also a whole nother argument. Whatever. Even more significant in the show's inclusion of moments from different Star Wars eras and the Skywalker saga, and seemingly the prequels especially, which fans couldn't have imagined in the impressively Easter egg-filled Galaxy's Edge previously. Now, in addition to Wild Shadows of a Memory, then that show is taking and making its debut with Season of the Force on March 28th, it's also important to note that the show isn't actually seasonal. Instead, it's reported to continue after the events conclude on May 11th, further suggesting the performance of Galaxy's Edge in a new open, or at least expanded, timeline. And so, this isn't actually the first time that Disney has shifted from its Galaxy Edge timeline strategy for one of its experiences, but this doesn't seem to be for the experience, as I had mentioned. It seemed that this is something that they want to notably go forward with, you know, kind of in the near future here, and in the foreseeable future, much rather. Now, in revealing Star Wars Cargo Bay aboard the Disney Wish back in 2022, one of Cargo Bay's showrunners had noted that the stories here can change, as Star Wars has so many different timelines, saying, in quote, "So as stories grow in the series or the movies, the stories here can change as well. Right now we're following the story of Rey and Chewie, but again, as the storytelling changes, we can bring in a different character, and we can go down those storylines, because as you know, Star Wars has so many different timelines, and so many different characters to pull from. You never know." And that quote right there. Also, during the 2024's bomb-filled D23 Disney Parks panel, Disney had also announced Galaxy Edge's Millennium Falcon Smuggler Runs attraction will gain a new mission in 2026, based upon The Mandalorian and Grogu, a film set before the events of The Force Awakens, of course. Therefore, it seems that Disney's abandoned Galaxy's Edge limiting time frame before this year's Seasons of the Force. Now, the House of Mouse is making it more so official and actually solidified and actually in concrete. Thanks so much for joining us today, Star Wars fans. If you're passionate about all things of a galaxy far, far away, whether it's the movies, TV shows, legends, or deep dives into more Star Wars lore, you've come to the right place. We're here to talk about everything from the rise of the Jedi to the fall of the Empire and so much more. We break down your favorite characters, unpack hidden Easter eggs, and give you our predictions for the next big adventure in the Star Wars universe. And whether you're a Padawan or a seasoned Jedi Master, we've got something for you. And if you want to take your Star Wars fandom to the next level, make sure to check out our online merch shop linked in the description down below. We've also got a couple of codes for you guys to get some cash off, so definitely use those. But we offer anything from t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and so much more, so check those out. You'll also find a couple of affiliate links down there as well. At no additional cost, you can support the channel. So check out our links in the description down below. Don't also forget to follow us on our social medias as well for even more Star Wars content. We're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook, and bringing you all of the latest updates, behind the scenes sneak peeks, and all of the Star Wars fun that you can handle. All linked in the description down below. And thanks so much for being a part of the Star Wars family. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future updates and videos here on the channel. Remember to never stop exploring the galaxy, and may the Force be with you always. Peace out.